Hey, Mateen, off the top, I mentioned that you're part of the family here with the Truth Plus Media conglomerate. We do a bunch of different podcasts, and one of them is hosted by you. And tell me about it, called Run It Back. Tell me about the show and who you've talked to and some of your favorite episodes.
Oh man, Run It Back. It's a fun show. And what it is we like want to talk to a lot of these college greats and just talk college basketball, their college experience. We don't, I don't care what you did in the NBA. I don't care what you did after the NBA. I don't care. I want to know, what kind of food you ate in college, what shoes you wore, what music you listened to, who was your favorite teammate, who was one of the top college basketball players that you played against, what was the NCAA tournament like? Those are the questions that I like to ask some of our college greats, and we've had some great ones, man. We had Anderson Hunt, was on that UNLV 1990 great team, one of my favorite teams of all time, and people don't even realize when he was the Final Four MVP. And he played with Larry Johnson, who was the #1 pick, Stacey Augmon, Greg Anthony, but he was the Final Four MVP. That's how great that team was. And we had Tyus Etney, who's had one of the most iconic plays in college basketball as great point guard at UCLA. And we had Tim Thomas and some great guys that was on our Run It Back. So it's been such a joy, so much fun to do these podcasts, man. I've been having a joy doing them and talking to some of these guys about their college experiences.
I feel like you would be so good at drawing out really good stories from some of these guys too. Is there something that, I know it's hard to think of these stories off the top of your head, but to tease people to also tune in to Run It Back, is there something that stands out that really shocked you about a player, like a moment that they remember, a story or something funny?
Well, I know Tyus Edney, he broke the whole play down. When he made that iconic layup to win the tournament game, he broke that whole play down. So that was kind of cool. And then just listening to Anderson Hunt talk about that UNLV 1990 team and, how they had, I think it was a Millionaire Row or whatever. All these stars would come to their game. I mean, these are college basketball players. And it was like an NBA style of game when they played. And another thing I was impressed with, because they scored the basketball so easily, he talked about, like, if you didn't play defense, then Tarkanian didn't want to play you. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. I thought they just rolled the ball out and let you guys play. So there's so many. And Kenny Anderson, like one of my favorite point guards of all time, and just listening to some of the great battles he had against Bob Hurley and some of the great players that he played against. Like, the list goes on and on. So it's definitely must-see TV. You want to tune in and hear some of these great stories, because if you're a college basketball fan, it'll take you right back down memory lane.